I'm very excited about today.
Me too. Any special reason?
Because today, Jack finally gets to do his Boom Boom extravaganza.
He does?
Oh,
The
she's lying to
featurette?
you.
No,
I
I'm
know.
not. No, I'm not. He's been...
She's also going to tell us about the guy in the Jeep.
Yep. I've been promising you Jack's Boom Boom, what do you
Featurette.
call it?
Jack's Boom Banging 4th of July Spectacular.
Right.
I didn't know that was the name. I changed the name in the thing because I didn't know it had that.
Actually, I just made it up as I wrote it on the board.
Right.
It's all
What,
good.
where did you call it?
I think I called it the Fantastic 4th of July Jubilees. Or
Oh,
Jamboree.
that's nice.
Something like I just tried for a little alliteration.
Your name's fruitier.
Right. But I figured the 4 days of teasing is going to be way better than the featurette anyway.
Yes.
Right, exactly.
But I didn't mean anything by it, Jack.
What do you mean? No, I appreciate I'd rather you tease it today and we never do it. But the intro's okay, I
But
guess.
I asked Jack to do this like Tuesday, and he did it. And then I was like running down the hall the other day. I'm like, Jack, did you do? He's like, yeah, I did it 3 days ago.
Very excited.
Yeah, so that's why I'm excited. Why are you excited?
Yeah.
I'm excited because it's Friday and the 4th of July is Monday and it's just going to be a long weekend and it rocks.
Sweet, as the kids call it.
Wicked.
It is wicked.
I didn't know it
sweet.
was cool till I said that, by the way. I said something was wicked and you pointed it out.
I was like, that was cool. Wicked
Thanks,
sweet in a combo. What are you guys doing over there, bitches?
What did they say? What do they say in the Midwest? Wicked cool, wicked something. Like two
Wicked,
things.
wicked. Just I don't.
But
know.
wicked's cool.
I have a problem already though this morning.
I'll bet.
Not my Jamie.
First of all,
It's like having a problem or being sick, having a tumor.
I'm injured.
From that guy?
Yeah.
Mike?
Mike.
The dance guy?
No, it was Mike, the guy of 4 kids.
Yeah. Poor-
Just a
husband.
couple at the thing last time. Real nice couple. I met him
Yeah.
earlier. He was next to me while we were attempting to dance, and we both decided it was a fruitless venture.
Right?
And then
You said those words?
I was
I don't
thinking that. I
remember.
like that, a fruitless venture.
Maybe.
You guys decided together.
Yes.
Fruitless venture.
So I
Normally, pointless comes before that. A
Right.
pointless
Yeah,
over
I like the
fruitless.
change up with the
Yeah.
fruitless.
Well,
That was
thanks.
neat.
The fruits of my labor are fruitless.
Well,
yeah,
I
like
felt
it.
fruity trying to dance, I guess.
You
Yeah.
did a good job, Jack.
No, I was horrible.
No,
so
you weren't.
I ran off to chase the baby, and I saw that guy run off to the bar, and I thought we were good. And then I come back, and I go to Jamie, and she's like, oh, no, there was an incident.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm hurt.
Nobody hit you or anything.
I feel a little to blame. Slightly.
Why?
A little bit.
Is there something I
Just
should
a
know?
little bit?
too
Sometimes-
much?
No. Moments before this happened, this guy was dancing with Jamie, and I
Right.
could tell he was struggling because he was just a regular guy. Like he and I were talking sports and stuff. This is a
Right.
real G.
a
This
real
guy.
man.
So we're talking, and I say on the microphone, "I'll give you $20 if you drop her."
That's what he said.
And within
And then
5 minutes,
he even lowered it to 10.
yeah. And then Jamie gave me a dirty look, and I said, "Okay, just kidding, 10."
Right. And then they had that eye thing, like, guy.
No way.
Yeah, totally
And this
dropped
guy-
me.
And
stench
within
size.
minutes,
And he's stench's size.
big guy.
So I was that high.
Oh my God! Yeah, you're in the air.
And this is mountain jump girl who's still, injured.
Yeah.
from
Oh
that.
yeah. She has a puffy spine and.
And all of a sudden I
brain
hear
tumor.
boom, 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 on the dance floor.
Oh God.
And it was
minute.
Jamie bouncing.
Oh Jesus.
I don't think you should be happy about that
He
one.
got you injured
Well,
and called you fat just then, in
Yeah,
case you're wondering.
yeah. First of all, that I have the girth, if you will, to make a boom while Madonna's playing,
And
It wasn't
bounce.
boom,
and
it
there was a boom, boom, boom.
He
You
double
bounce.
bounced
Oh, you bounced.
You
Yeah, he
bounced.
triple-
You bounced at least twice. Boom, boom.
Yeah,
Oh,
boom, boom,
yeah.
boom.
You bounced because he had you. Obviously, where he
Maybe it was the
flung
momentum.
He
You
was-
hit like a skip like a rock.
Right. Okay.
Oh. Well, it was time
Nice.
for the dip, and so I was gonna go big, and so I totally arched my back to go for the dip, and the guy drops me.
Oh my God.
You know what? I have to look. You'll be able to see him on the website today. He's one of only a few guys there, and the pictures went up last night on the Star987.com.
Wait, wasn't there press there? Isn't there a chance we could see this on? It was ABC Funniest Home Videos.
This
they
was
were
towards
done.
the end. They were already outside.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'd
Doing
be
interviews.
funny
For who?
for us.
Oh my God, my chest is just killing me today.
Jesus.
You were hurt yesterday because Jamie kept to me and goes, I'm hurt. And I'm like, what happened? She's like, that guy dropped me.
No,
Yeah,
he
it was an
dropped her.
accident, right? He didn't go
Oh,
on your
yeah.
$10.
I hope
It
he
was a-
didn't.
Because he
Yeah,
wouldn't even
no.
take my money.
Oh,
Oh, just kidding.
oh, dick. Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, it was. I did last night. I did Dancing with Beers.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. In fact, I bet everything on CNN and Entertainment Tonight or whoever was there, I'm going to have a beer in my hand the entire time.
I know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because I did Dancing with Beers. Even out on the floor while we were learning, I had a beer.
Good for you.
And which is hard is because when you're with a partner, They teach you to step, and then you reach out with your right hand, and you do it, and you do another step, and you reach your left hand. So she had to change beers, do the step, grab the other hand.
I'm that
change
good.
hands,
That's fairly impressive.
Yeah, it was the what was the cha-cha-cha with a beer-like move.
Oh my God, I'm so confused still. Stench and I were talking about go on the 2, not the 4. It's a half step here, and I was like, what the hell are these people talking about?
But so everyone did so well. I mean, they picked up on it really quick, and I realized within 60 seconds, not a chance in hell I was going to get it.
Yeah, but it was so fun. It was fun.
It was great.
But
And it sounds, aside from being killed for you, it sounds like it was mostly event-free because I asked everybody when I came in, so how was it? And everybody went, it was fun.
It was fun.
But like this really nice, everybody had this like cool tone of voice. Like it was
there
just
was
really
only
fun.
one table, and they were really odd. I have to tell you about that table.
That girl
too.
from Texas, we left right when you really sat down
Yeah,
with
I
them.
sat down. I'm like, why are you guys not having fun? The girl from Texas, she's a little bitch. And she's like, I don't know who Joey McIntyre is. I've never heard of him. I don't know who he is. I don't even know why we're here. I just want to go home.
Wow.
And I said,
Is she dead now?
no, I'm like, wow, Precious. Precious is my new line. I said that, this is just free. Eat some food. She's like, I just don't even like it here. And the aunt's like, I dragged her out here. And I said, and she's very grateful. And so then it was weird. They were just all staring at me, and they were all just like angry or something. I don't know. They were just.
They were angry. The Texas chick was weird, and when we left, I looked at her and said, "We're only leaving to make you jealous."
That's great.
Nice.
But here's the deal. I don't think they were supposed to be there.
Oh, were they just in the hotel
they
and they
just
came up?
sneak in?
There
Here's
was no
why
list or anything.
Yeah, here's why I think so. Because our quality of people there were really good.
Right.
It was great.
And they were more dressed like polyester-y.
They're not our guys.
Goodwill.
Not our guys.
Good, Will.
And then I saw them at the bus stop later.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I didn't know any backstory on them. I don't
They're
know.
a traveling band of gypsies. And
I
they
don't
just
know.
go to parties.
I think they just go to listener stuff.
Oh, it was fun.
I know that at the W, we were on the same floor as the pool, and at one point, a guy and a girl in their bathing suits came in and said hi to me. So I don't think there was that high of security.
Security.
No. So I think
Although a
'cause
guy,
polyester and bus stops.
yeah.
I don't know if it's our.
The other thing is, a guy and a girl in a bathing suit, it's very hard to, hide weapons. So they probably just let him right in. You're all dripping, but that's cool. Come
Oh,
on
you
in.
forgot about the purse I made.
You made a purse?
Remember a long time ago when the FCC didn't
The
care?
Percy?
Yeah, the Percy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you could keep a weapon there in the Percy.
It really depends on your history
I
as
was
to what
gonna
kind of
say,
weapon.
A
Yeah.
Derringer, I hope. A Glock makes me nervous for her.
Oh, I could keep a Glock. Hey, a 2-liter bottle of Coke.
Cool.
Yeah, that's my second.
Now, do you
one.
actually save these up and use them?
Yesterday, I accidentally threw it away.
Oh.
So I had to pay $2.02 at 7-Eleven to buy my Diet Coke.
But you never cash those things in when you win like a free Coke on a cap.
Jack does.
Well, Stench and I went one time, and they gave us a whole bunch of trouble.
They did?
Uh-huh.
They looked at us like we were crazy. Yeah, and they're
It
like,
gave us a lot of trouble.
$1.20 or whatever, and then here, hand the guy a cap, and he wasn't happy.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure that's a whole bunch of paperwork.
That's
for
funny.
It's like the other thing I don't do. When I bought my computer, a new one last week, the guy's like, "Oh, and you have a $100 rebate." And I looked at him and said, "I've never mailed a rebate in my life."
I
Oh, okay.
have.
I'll tell you another
I know
reason.
Jamie has. Jamie's good with
never
money.
done it.
Not so
I've
much.
mailed them, and it takes like 6 to 8 weeks or whatever. But now Costco does a cool thing because I bought a software program at Costco. You can go online, you type in your stuff, they submit it for you. You don't have to send the receipt or anything. And I got my check in 2 weeks.
Really?
That's
It was
cool.
really cool. You can do it all online at Costco.
You know what's the biggest ripoff? And I realized a couple of years in a row, and this can sound highfalutin, but even now Monica's going to Europe. So now going to Europe is not like,
Right.
I'm so proud of her for going to Europe.
Me too. That's
That's
great.
aw-
I had no idea.
yay!
Where's she going?
She's going to Rome and Florence.
I'm a little
and-
embarrassed
Why?
That's where I'm going.
because Monica's going to Europe and pretending to be Mexican, not American, so she won't get beat up.
See, do you know?
It's not true. They
Do you
love
know
us
what I
over there.
packed?
Wearing Mexican flags, and I'm a Mexican T-shirt.
I packed a T-shirt with an American flag on it
That-
and a Sex Pistol shirt.
They're so happy to have the tourism because it's so down. If you, I don't know if that's a word. It's down. It's really not. It's so down.
I'm so down.
It's so down. Anyway, the only thing, and I hope Monica and her husband know this. Well, I gotta tell you 2 things. What was the first part I was talking about? Holy
Monica's
hell!
going to Europe.
Oh yeah. Oh, those duty-free things. I fill out all that stuff at the airport and all
Yeah.
that crap. I don't think I've ever gotten gotten a check back from the government. And some of them you can even credit your Visa card,
Right.
MasterCard. Now that I think of it, and then you have to have the proof. It takes them like 6 months. I don't keep a lot of paperwork. I mean, I do, but I don't keep it organized.
Yeah, it's like, I got it somewhere.
Yeah, it's somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, Monica and her husband are going to Europe, and I'm so proud of them because, she ventures out to Mexico and stuff, but that's her homeland.
Right.
And I was like, Monica, I'm so proud of you because she's so young to go to Europe.
I know, it's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool because how old are you?
She's 25.
Yeah.
Is she?
I don't know. How old are you?
27. Wow.
27?
Wow, when did you get to Europe?
Yeah. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're not that young to go to
Yeah,
Europe.
you're not that young at all to go
I'm
to
not
Europe.
impressed with you anymore.
Yeah, now you're almost 30.
Yeah, you should just retire right now and travel for the rest of your life.
Or in my boyfriend's world, you're like 40. Because he rounds up everybody.
Apparently. I got to tell you, I happen to think that that's super funny.
Oh, my God. Last night, I'll get back to your Europe thing. Last night, I just have to tell Stench. We were laying in bed, and we were getting ready to go to bed, and we were so tired. I mean, we were just beat up, and he hadn't had a nap all day or anything. And all of a sudden, he starts laughing hysterically, and I go, what is wrong? Please don't get the giggles, honey. I'm so tired. And he's like, he said, when Stench said on the air that he had a dream and he saw Jesus, and he said to Jesus, dude, you're rolling deep with all those angels.
It's been a stellar week between Stench's Jesus dream and your mullet in a bag. I've had a great week.
Yeah, it's been exciting.
I know Jack said the other day to me, he goes, I just started laughing the other day. I go, why? He goes, I can't believe somebody cut off their mullet, stuck it in a bag, and gave it to you as a gift.
Okay, I guess all sorts of things stick with you. I was in the bathroom busy.
Right?
And I thought, I'm not even in a bookstore.
Wow, see? It all comes around. Anyway, so Monica and her husband, they're going to Europe, and they're not that young.
Yeah, a couple of middle-aged people who are employed are going to Europe.
Yeah.
This is the smallest piece of news ever.
But here's the thing. And I know why she's doing it, and it is the first time you go, the best way to do it. But they're going on a bus tour, so they're either going to be with a buttload of Japanese or a buttload of old people.
You know what, though?
Yes.
But you know what? I do
It is
think
the
it's the
best
best way to go.
It is.
You'll see that you'll go to the places you want to go without blowing it. Like, I'm
Otherwise,
really
you'll
afraid.
just be overwhelmed, and you'll just sit in your hotel going, I'm not going out there.
That's what we figured. For the first time out there, it's going to work.
But I just want you guys to know in your head that
in advance,
that you're going to be with a bunch of old people.
Yeah, it's not. I'm sure we're not going to be in a group with a lot of young and hip, cool people. I figured that.
So the
But you're right.
27-year-olds or however old she is,
Middle-aged, like 34.
right, are going to be with a bunch of 80-year-olds that want to take a lot of pictures.
Oh, and I forgot to tell you this part. My sister just went to Europe with her boyfriend, and it was just the two of them. And so there were pictures of them in all these places, either one or the other, and then a whole bunch of pictures of them as reflections in various things
Because they didn't have anybody take the
take the
photo.
picture. I'm like, how many things?
That's funny,
Is
though.
all of Europe reflective? Because there was just a ton of pictures of them reflected in things because they didn't have people to take pictures of them.
That reminds me of one of the biggest fights I ever got in with Builder Bob. I forgot what country we're in, Madrid or whatever, so Spain. And he sets the camera because we also didn't want to just have just me stand there and just him stand there.
Yeah.
So he sets the timer on the camera and he goes, "You go out there and then I'll just run." Do you guys remember this? So I kept walking and walking, and I'm like, "Is this far?" And he's like, "Come back quicker, come back closer. I can't make it there." And I just kept walking for ever, and I ignored him, and he was so mad. He was so mad. I totally ignored him, and he's like, "Walk that way," and I just kept walking, and I kept walking for 20 minutes. He was so
Was he just standing there at the camera wondering when you'd stop?
so mad.
Nice.
I could not believe he had no sense of humor. It's totally funny.
That one's funny, yeah.
Oh my God, he's cussing me out. I'm
Like,
like,
had you thrown mashed potatoes in his face and
Right.
everybody else does funny, I'd go, not funny.
Oh.
This is funny. He should have laughed on this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know. That's the
Monica's
thing.
out of her mind. No.
Why?
We're walking. Apparently, she does that all the time when she's in a large group and she can't remember the name of the movie, and it's killing her.
Remember, I travel in groups, in packs.
Yes.
time with my
yes.
family.
With your familia.
Yeah.
So I do it all the time.
So
but I don't
you
know where it
already
came
have
from.
like a stick with something on it so people
No, she's
can
like
follow
this.
you?
No, I
Then
just
we're
do that.
walking.
We're
You just keep your hand up.
walking, We're walking.
Well, make sure you make a note.
Follow
So-
the sombrero.
Make sure to make note of whatever your
I will.
tour leader's stick is.
Yeah.
Because they get very creative because they're bored as poop. All right, so Danny wanted to tell us how he was getting around to his European
Yeah.
vacation.
Not funny, but I think interesting. And I got to be really careful here because I got yelled at. I am a member of a 12-step program that I shall not name.
I thought that place you went was an AA, though.
It wasn't, but I go to meetings every day. As a matter of fact, I'm doing a thing called 90 and 90, and you go to 90 meetings in 90 days. But you're allowed to bank them. You're allowed to go to 2 meetings a day. If you miss a meeting, you could go to 2 meetings. So
Bank.
I banked 7 of them because I'm going to Italy, right? And
Remember that lady?
It was what game show is that where you banked it?
Missing link or link
Yeah,
bank.
Yeah.
with the
Bang.
old Ann Robinson, the one with the old
Yeah.
Oh, the
bank.
weakest link.
Weakest link, okay.
All right.
I won that show.
Bank. I
Um,
like just saying it.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm sitting. We go to lunch, a bunch of us, and we're sitting around talking. I want to make sure there's this guy with 20 years sobriety next to me, and I said, "Listen, I banked 7 meetings. You can do that, right?" And he goes, "Absolutely. You're fine. You're good."
Bank.
But he goes, "There's this thing, and I won't say what it is, but it deals with musicians, and I qualify because of this show, this special thing that watches out for people who tour and are trying to stay sober and stuff like that." So I give them my itinerary, and somebody is going to come to my hotel and take me in each city to a meeting.
Some sober guy?
Yeah, to an
cool.
English-speaking meeting in each city. And at first I was going to say, no, I bank the meetings. But then I realized it's 1 hour out of my time, and I'll be with a dozen or more Americans who live in these cities and know everywhere to go.
You might meet some new friends.
So I think it's totally worthwhile. Plus, they're sober. You know, you can
Monica,
hang.
you shouldn't have paid to be on that tour bus. Just be an
Should-
alcoholic.
Right. You wouldn't believe some of the free things you get if you're an alkie.
Yeah.
People open some doors for you.
That's awesome.
Isn't that kind of cool, though? I was going to say, no, I'm cool. And then I thought, these people will know the city inside out. And, you know, I'll know some sober people in, you know, because Gretchen's really worried about Italy. Although I don't know why. I'm chocked
Why?
up on abuse. But just because it's.
Oh, drink.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That's the thing. But
Dave is the movie.
I thought, Dave is the movie with, what's his face, who I really like.
I don't know.
Yeah, Kevin Kline. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I'll let you know how that goes when I come back.
Yeah, no kidding. All of us. And Jack, you're going to Kentucky?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you
Very
call this
exotic
corporation?
location.
But actually, none of it. We're all just going away for. We should I think we're talking ahead of ourselves.
Yeah,
really.
it's not this week we're
Yeah,
going.
we're
This
not
week,
going away.
Jamie's going to Denver. I
Right.
think, and that's nobody else
I'm
is
going
leaving
to
town.
meet the Papa Smurf and the Stepmom Smurf.
Oh yeah.
I've got a neighbor's kid's birthday and a church picnic. Are my big
Yeah.
plans. Oh, and the rap party for my TV show is tonight. If any
Oh,
of you
that's
want to
very
go.
cool. And Stench, what are you doing?
This weekend or overall?
Oh, this weekend.
This weekend,
What kind of answer is
well,
that?
because we're talking vacations, but it's not
I
vacation.
know. I talked way
Oh,
way
okay.
ahead
'Cause
of
it sounded
myself.
like the way he answered is like this weekend or the rest of my
Yeah.
life.
No, I'm doing some Palm Springs this weekend, and then I'm doing 4th at my house because I live in the greatest 4th
Right.
of July town in the world, Pacific Palisades.
You know what's weird?
Yes, you
is
do,
that
by the
there's
way.
so many people
Parade.
that don't have plans this weekend.
I don't have any.
Oh, I honestly sit on my sun deck, and I will get to see 2 fireworks shows from my deck, and we have a
Well,
parade. that
okay,
goes down the street.
bragger.
Yeah, I'm
It's
wondering
Raid
about
Man.
that. We just
Right.
moved to a new house, and there's a
Oh.
balcony that's really high in the air, and we're
Bragger.
assuming that we're going to be able to see fireworks from it because we can see a lot. So we're all
It's
hoping
clear.
Are you
can
staying
sit on my
here?
balcony.
In town?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me
I'll be
too.
in town for the 4th.
Want to barbecue something?
It depends what it is.
You know,
Cat teeth.
you know, if Bragger
That
Boy
friggin'
over here,
skunk that sprays
if he
my
was
dog.
really your friend, he would invite you and your wife and Lucy to come and sit in the best balcony in the world and watch the,
Here's the
the
problem.
parade and 2 fireworks shows.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. He's just moved in. He doesn't know if there's going to be the best view in
Oh.
the world.
No, I said he is.
I've been
Oh,
there
you're
for-
talking about him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm talking about me. Yeah, this is my 4th there.
Yeah.
4th of
Your
July.
third?
I
Fourth?
wouldn't go to the Palisades if you paid me. Do you know how crowded it gets
Oh,
and how many
that's true,
hours?
the
I
beach
went one year
traffic.
to Gladstone's,
Oh,
and it took me
oh.
3 hours to get home. There's no way I would
It
go.
becomes bumper to bumper and gridlock, and you have to walk to the parade
Right.
and put your lawn chairs out 2 days before.
Oh, you
People-
better get cracking.
like
And
seeing
you
Star
tie,
Wars.
you tie them up. You put your lawn chairs out and stake out your space all down Sunset.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Oh my-
And they all start like this probably today, putting lawn chairs out for the parade.
Wow, that's
Okay,
nuts.
from my balcony in my bedroom, I can see
Oh.
the tops of the buildings in LA because there's a little mountain in the way, but then I can see all the way to the ocean. And on a clear day, only once, I can actually see the ocean. From Isabella's balcony, because there's that same mountain in her way, she can see all of Glendale. It's the other side of the house pointing the other way. So I'm assuming we're going to see some. So if you'd like to come over and bring Lucy, you're more than welcome.
We actually can see the Burbank fireworks from our backyard.
Oh,
so
okay,
never
never
mind.
mind.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. But the less traveling, the better.
Okay, we're very lonely people.
I'm going to be in the air because Jack
They're
will
gonna
tell
shoot
us.
fireworks at you.
I know because we're flying back on Monday night. And
Boom, boom, boom.
Are the fireworks what night?
On Monday.
On the 4th.
It depends where you
I
want to
don't
go,
know,
but Hollywood Bowl, they have fireworks
Both nights?
they
All
have
nights?
Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
And they're not bad fire.
Santa Monica is, I'll have to look at my
It's
paper.
Saturday.
Yeah, it's Saturday. They do it early, which is kind of cool if you want to take the family because it
Yeah.
won't be, it's not as
But
crowded.
I mean, are most places doing
Most
Monday
places
night?
are doing it on Monday night.
God, that's going to suck. Oh, well, anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
I was going to say about the Hollywood Bowl fireworks, I thought they were going to suck because they're right there in a canyon with brush and stuff like that. It's like, well, they can't really do anything. It's kind of going to be those safe and sane fireworks. They blow crap up.
Here's the deal, you guys. Jack is going to have the breakdown of all your fantasy fireworks.
Allegedly.
In Bakersfield, there's going to be like 3 or 4. I'll tell you about them later.
And the fabulous fantasy fireworks of,
Featurette.
yeah, a featurette of Jack's.
Fame.
Right.
It's fantastic.
All right. And we're going to take a little break. And then when we come back, we have so much stuff.
And Bob White.
Bob White Comedy Hour.
And we also have Al Roker.
Al Roker Comedy Hour.
Al Roker.
He's a very funny guy.
And now, ladies and germs, what you've been waiting for. Just off a 2-week stint at Helen's Trailer Park and Bar. Coming to you from Southern Illinois, where the Hoodolls rape the chickens and no one cares. That's right, he kids because he loves. It's Bob White!
Yay!
I'm already laughing.
Hey, Monica, can you come here?
Why, are we going to speak Spanish to Bob?
No, I was going to do something.
Good morning.
Good morning, top of the morning to you.
Hi. How are you, Dad?
I am just peachy keen. It's
Nice.
4th of July coming up, you know?
Yep.
Yes, we
Hey,
do.
what president was born on the 4th of July?
Grover
Only one.
Cleveland.
That's who?
Grover Cleveland.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I was just taking a shot, man. I didn't actually know.
Well, Dad, do you know the answer?
Yeah, I forgot.
Yes, I do.
So.
Thomas Jefferson.
I forgot.
Thomas Jefferson was born on the 4th of
No,
July.
he wasn't,
Then it's
no.
John Adams. One
No.
of those two was born. I'm positive.
You hit all the presidents, Dan.
No, it's either, because I just read that book. It's either John Adams or Thomas Jefferson.
it's
I'm
Garfield.
sure.
for
Neither
sure.
one.
No, you're wrong.
No, you're wrong. I'm sorry, dude.
Anyway.
Oh, they died on the 4th of July.
Pardon me?
Never mind.
Okay, anyway. So, Dad, what are your big plans for 4th of July?
Let's see. I really don't have any.
You don't have any?
No.
That's funny because we were talking about that. All my friends, they don't have any either.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess because it's the day of
It's
the
a
week.
Monday, yeah.
Yeah, that has a lot to do with it. And
Yeah.
all the displays down here are being shot off on the Sandy, on the various lakes.
Yeah, because we were talking about that too. Nobody knows. Actually, when it happens next year on Tuesday, that's really going to suck because that's like,
Nobody's
Yeah.
going to get a
We'll
day.
get Monday off, too. It'll be
yeah.
a Monday, Tuesday, 4-day weekend.
Oh,
no,
usually
we
they
won't.
screw us and you just get
Okay,
the Tuesday
Yeah.
the
off.
Hey, it's
salespeople
my
will get off
turn.
Hold on,
4 days.
Dad.
Whoa, I got my hand up.
Wait, Dad, we're talking about 4th of July. This is how conversations work. Jeez. What
turn?
stench?
The offices will be closed, and regular people have 4 days off. We'll have to work on the Monday.
See how worth that was to have Stench say that part? All right, Dad, what's going on?
What's going on? Let me introduce you to Eileen.
Oh, is she there?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's early.
Yeah.
She slept over.
She's not a cookie lady. She's not a cake lady. She's a gourmet.
She's a gourmet.
It's a gourmet
Lovely.
meal, yeah. So let me
yeah.
introduce you to Eileen. Eileen, talk to these people.
Good morning.
Hi, Eileen.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm still trying to wake up.
Yeah, it's kind of early, I
Oh,
know.
my God, what a sexy voice.
I
Oh,
am.
you know what?
Dad.
I don't mean to be gross, but I was thinking that. It's a real sexy Marilyn Monroe-ish voice.
Oh, it
Oh,
is.
no.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's hot,
Well,
Eileen.
you know, it's without my coffee yet.
Dad, you haven't made the woman coffee yet?
Yes, I am. She hasn't
He
drank
did.
it.
He just brought me some.
Oh, that's nice.
Bob's in love.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I did request a man who could bring me coffee in bed.
This is kind of creepy for me, Eileen.
I love this.
I did.
Bob White rules.
And I also asked for a man who would not kick my cat off the bed because my cat was there first.
Now, Eileen,
Nice.
haven't you been married 3 times?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so
Oh,
you got
yes.
several of those men that you requested.
Hell
Bit of a
yeah.
tramp, aren't we?
Well, actually, the last one was very good about bringing me coffee in bed.
Hey, you don't compare
No,
my
you know
Bob
what?
to this guy.
My sister said she does that. She talks about her ex-husband a lot.
Is he dead?
Oh, and my ex-husband was an airline captain,
Right.
but
Is
I
he?
call him Captain D now.
I will ask again.
We don't like how you talk about your ex.
Yeah, you can't talk about your ex in front of your current. What are you, crazy?
Oh, no. We're very cool. We're very
We can handle that.
Can you? But you know what? Maybe that's
it's
me,
like,
Bob.
It's like, Danny, it's just like when you're a kid, You can either go out and find a bike with training wheels, which is not near as much fun to ride as a racer.
It's been really
Okay?
ridden.
So I got a combination mountain bike racer. Okay?
Okay.
No training wheels there, buddy. All for the good time.
Yeah, but because I asked my sister, I said, what's she like? And my sister's like, oh, she's really pretty. She's really nice. But God, does she talk about her ex-husband so much? And then she just did
Boom,
it.
right there, Captain Dave or
Yeah,
whoever.
Captain B. We're
Yes.
D was for Dick.
well.
In case you didn't figure that out.
Yeah.
Just keeps getting better.
So you don't get along with him?
No, we don't talk.
Oh, good. Okay.
Well,
that's
then
cool.
why do you talk about him so much?
Oh, I only said one thing to her
Oh, no, I mean, but on the show, too. Here.
because you asked.
Oh, well, yeah, I did.
She
Yeah.
got it
She's
up.
right. She's got it down.
Yeah,
Oh,
No.
You've been married 3 times, right? And you guys, that didn't work out because I had one of those experimental things. And what happened to the one before that?
Oh, long story.
I got so much time. Are any of them dead?
My mother picked him out. Let's put it that way.
And the one before that?
Very young.
Yeah. Everybody gets
Very
that.
young.
Everybody gets the first one where you're really young.
Right.
Actually, he still lives in California. He's in Orange County, so.
Oh, big shout out to him.
Yeah. Yo.
Hey, Eileen's first husband, rock on.
And his name actually was Dick.
Oh, well, wow. And
What up, Dick?
What up,
Yo,
Dick?
Dick.
Dick and OC. What's Dick's last name?
Can I say it on the air?
Sure.
Adams.
Dick
Dick
Adams.
Yo, Dick.
Do you realize how much crap that guy's going to get now?
Yeah.
I know his kids are probably listening to the show.
Oh,
and
Dick
Little
Adams
Dicks.
all
kids.
about it.
Little Dicks.
Oh, the little dicks.
They'll say, Dad, we never knew you were married before.
Now, Eileen, do you have children?
2 boys,
2 boys, and how old are they?
20 and 22.
That's neat.
Wow, they're young.
They're youngins.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got you some youngins. I could probably date them. Because you know that my boyfriend's stepmom is apparently my age. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a
Wow.
little weird.
Yeah,
but
well,
at least
I'm
I have
not
somebody to
that
hang out with.
young.
Well, Eileen has a dog and a cat.
Oh,
Those are her
no.
domestic livestock. And she lives out in the country boondocks all surrounded by trees. And she also lives out there where the hoot owls rape the chickens.
And no one cares.
That's right. That's the kind of environment she lives in.
Well, you know what? It sounds like you two are just having a lovely time together. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like, because, I know that you've been married 3 times and I could give a rat's butt because it's not like I'm real good at relationships. So that part didn't bother. My sister said nothing but great things. She's like, it made me a little uncomfortable that she mentioned her ex-husband, but I do that all the time, but I do it intentionally to kind of tick off men.
Right.
And thus that doesn't work out with
That's
those good.
usually how I do it, too.
Yeah.
Well, girls just don't change.
I know. Isn't it true?
Although I'm 45 and I do it.
But it sounds like you guys are having a great time, and my sister called you stacked.
Wow.
Oh.
Stacked.
Yeah, I've been
well.
accused of being that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stacked.
Right on.
Like
Go
stacked.
Bob.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
at my time in my life, I don't want someone on training wheels, and I want someone that's got a sound foundation.
I don't know if you want to be calling her a ridden bike, Dad.
That's my oldest son tells me, he says, Mom, the reason men like you is because.
we don't want to
And
know.
he's very blunt about it. You know,
'Cause you're
and I say,
stacked,
well, I
'cause
would
you have
like to
boobs.
think I have a little more to bring to the table than just those.
Then your
Yeah, but
Hooters.
when you bring those to
Yeah.
the table, it's pretty impressive.
That's what I said.
It's the Lord's Supper, Dan.
Yeah.
All right,
Real
Dad.
deal.
We have to go because Al Roker is coming up next.
Excuse me.
Al's coming up next. Tell him Bob said hi.
I
will ya?
sure will.
Can
yeah.
I have 1 second of Bob's time,
okay.
please?
I
Yeah.
haven't seen him in quite a while.
Bob, it's very important that I get this off my chest.
All right.
John Adams, Thomas Jefferson both died on the 4th of July. John
said
Adams'
born.
John Adams' last words were.
He said born.
I know.
He's-
I'm just got to get this off my
Well, he
chest.
doesn't care about that crap. He didn't
Go ahead,
ask
go ahead.
that.
I know.
His last
Tom
words
Cruise.
were-
Born on the 4th of
Jefferson
July.
survives.
It's a great
Right?
movie.
Which one?
Tom Cruise born on the 4th of July, and then he got his legs
Terrible
blown off.
Great
and it's
movie,
like,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah, but I don't know, Born.
But see, what Danny will do is when he doesn't have the information, he'll just send you a bunch of crap out of his mouth that he does
That's
know
good
because he
information.
still doesn't have the answer.
I do not have the
Proud
answer.
to. You know, that's okay. That's a creative edge.
Right.
You know, you could be a politician.
Yeah.
Well, they
I
talk to the
got a little bit of a
all the
checkered
time.
past.
Okay, so we'll tell Al that you said hi, Dad, and,
Yeah,
and
please
Eileen,
do, really.
we'll tell him that you said
And,
hi as
Tell
well.
him I challenge him to a rematch on the barbecuing.
Oh, okay, yes, I
Yeah,
will tell
he's
him
pretty
that.
good at it, buddy. I woke up this morning with a used panty shield as an eye patch. What does that mean?
It
That you're
means
gross.
that Eileen should really have gone through menopause by now.
Oh,
Eileen, you ever been with Al Roker?
hey,
Oh.
she needs to tell you real quick what her
No.
dog eats.
John Adams or what Dick Adams or what's
I'm down at her place out in the country. I'm down at her place out. Hello, I'm
Yeah.
out at her place in the country, and her dog. She's got this big Chesapeake dog.
Yeah?
Beautiful thing. It comes out, and it's got a string hanging out of its butt.
Dad, why are you so gross?
Well, I'm not. The dog did it. I didn't do it.
I mean, between the panty shield and that, I'm
yeah.
done
Dog
with you. Yeah.
ate
We know, Dad.
know
we
what
got
the dog
it.
ate.
the
Jeez.
bites out of
Yeah.
the waste can.
Okay, we got to go.
All right.
Even if we didn't have to go, we have to go.
Exactly.
Oh,
I don't
all
know
right.
why.
Hey,
He
everybody,
gets obsessed
you
with one
know,
little thing.
have a fifth on the 4th.
Very
you know,
nice, yes.
Drive
yes.
safely and all that. And if you find your neighbor's cat's tail in your car door, you've been drinking too much. There's no doubt
You know
about
what?
it.
That's
All right, that's sound advice, Bob. Thank
that
you.
was like a good Jack. Write that down. That we did a
PCA.
public service announcement.
That's right.
Okay, yeah.
That's right.
All right, Dad. Love you bunches.
Bye,
Happy
Eileen.
4th of July.
Take care.
All
Say
right.
bye, Eileen.
Bye, Eileen.
Bye.
But you know what they call a lady with no arms and no legs?
Yeah.
Eileen.
Yeah. How'd you
Oh,
know?
Yeah.
no.
What? Wow. Then how does
It's
it
a lady
go?
with one leg.
Yeah.
That's
Hey, you know
all.
what, dude? Don't judge me.
The other one is no arms, no legs swimming. It's Bob.
No, or effed.
Yeah.
All right, bye, you guys.
Okay,
Hey, take
sweetie.
care.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Dad. Love you bunches. Bye. Now, maybe I'm just being completely unfair. Like, I mean, maybe my
To
dad
Eileen?
and Eileen are just having a great time. I mean, my sister said she's a really great person. You're shaking your head no.
I am shaking my head no. Bob's totally in love. She's not a cooking lady. She's not even a cake lady. She's a gourmet. He brings her coffee in bed. I said, Bob's in love, and he said, yeah, uh-huh. He's not just having a great time.
Well,
at
no.
all.
What I'm saying is that I was unfair with maybe saying this is a little odd. I mean, Jack was like, because I know they're probably listening online, so I have to be really
Right. It seemed a little odd to me.
right. But
You have more experience than I do. I have one phone call.
right, and I don't though. I
about
haven't
that.
met her or anything. She sent me a nice card and stuff. But what I'm saying is that maybe that this is like a cute thing, and we shouldn't judge people just because they've been divorced 3 times.
I say that's fair. We live in California, for Christ's sake.
And maybe we shouldn't judge somebody that's a lot younger than my dad dating him because I
How
mean,
much younger?
I don't know, she's like 50 something.
Or someone who likes to talk about Captain D. Shouldn't judge
You
them.
know what? That's the only thing that bothers me. That's the only thing that bothers me.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, otherwise, I don't know. When you say you're taking advantage of Bob, it's like, for what? He's smart. He's funny.
For those good fish that he catches,
Yeah.
that's why. But here's my point.
Bob's
my
a
point.
catch.
Is that I'm going to see my boyfriend's parents,
Right.
his dad and his stepmom, and she's like way younger than his dad.
Right.
So maybe there are really happy couples where somebody's been divorced 5 times, or somebody's, a lot younger or a lot older or whatever. I mean, we're just so, I think what happens is like we're raised to think like mom and a dad and they get married and that's it. And then if you're divorced, scarlet letter, and then if you're divorced twice, oh my God, 3 times, 4 times,
I would think in the Midwest, I think in Southern California, although when I was a kid, it was still a big deal. I remember when the neighbors got a divorce, it was a big deal.
That's
like
what I'm
everybody
saying.
talked about it. But now, if you're
No,
not
I think
divorced
that
a couple of times.
I think that people still judge if you've been divorced 3 times.
Really?
I still think they do. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
we just
we've done
judged
that on
her.
the show. We've said once, okay, everybody, twice, problem, third time, it's
Right, we
you.
have said that, yeah.
We've said that on the show many times.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering, like, maybe it's time for all of us to change our views on what a perfect relationship is. Before it was the guy is a couple years older, the girl, is a couple, obviously younger, a couple years younger, and then they get married, and that's how it works. But now, I mean, you could be an older woman dating a younger guy, and it's all mix and match.
I wish we would change our opinions of what makes a great couple, because obviously you know that I've been through some serious problems with my wife, yet I think all the time, even in the hard times, but especially when we work it out and get it better, that we're a great, strong couple that have had a very difficult time.
So there's that one. There's that angle. Like, you can totally screw around on your wife and be happy.
Well, that's the way to look at it.
All righty, we're talking about odd couples. Those couples in life you don't really see happening. Now, when you think of Gig, our gay intern,
Yeah.
what kind of guy would you say that you would think he would attract?
Smarmy homos from Rage.
Wow. Okay, good.
That's what I think.
I see. I was thinking kind of a heavy set, short cowboy.
Really?
Yeah.
Kind of a slightly overweight, bigger guy, maybe around his age,
Yeah.
balding, so he shaves his head, but you can see there where the stubble's lighter in the front than in the
Oh,
back.
right. I like
That
it.
kind
Yeah,
of guy.
and
I like
wearing
that.
Wranglers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
that's
I've
what
got
I
him.
think.
The big thing for me is he's sweaty.
Oh,
He's been
yeah.
really drinking.
Yeah.
And he's dressed poorly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They barely let him into Rage because he doesn't
Monica,
meet the
can you get her?
requirements.
What I'd like to do, this perfectly goes with the odd couple scenario. I'd like to introduce Monica, who saw one of the persons that the Gig has hooked up
One
with.
of the gentlemen.
Yes.
Heavy starch, suit.
No
just
way.
Yeah.
clean cut,
Good
beautiful.
looking.
I wondered what
beautiful
Fancy
man.
Pants was up to.
Good looking
Gorgeous,
guy
good
together.
looking, together, sophisticated. Even like came and carried
No
himself.
way.
Just,
Yes.
I mean, yes. Just I don't even.
I won't be descriptive here in
Because,
any way.
well, can we be rude for a second? Because
I
we
was
all
about to
went,
be rude.
you were with our Gig, and then
What?
somebody, not me, not Monica,
No.
there were like 6 girls, somebody said, you're so out of his league.
Okay.
I know
Yeah,
what
one of
it
the
is.
girls
Please
said
don't
that.
flip out here and just you can use your imaginations or pretend I didn't even say this. But if this guy's really hot and he was with Gig, Gig must be willing to do something no one else will do.
No, I think I know what it is, and I observed this last night. Did you notice how sexy those dancers were when they were dancing at like the guy and the girl?
Jack?
They looked good. Gig is a dancer.
I don't
gotta
like
think-
where this is
I
going.
gotta think the hot gay guy thought Gig was sexy and picked up on
I'm
him.
sorry, can you rewind that?
The
that
Did
dancers,
you guys
somewhere?
see how
The
sexy
dancing,
those guys were when they were
No,
dancing?
the dancers, the couple.
I'm with you.
Together. Do you
I
know what I
wasn't
mean?
there, but I understand.
They were like, wow, to watch it.
So what does that have to do with the fact that Gig
Gig's a
got...
big old
Gig's a dancer.
dancer. I think he was dancing, and this really like proper nice guy, good-looking guy's like, wow,
He
that guy can
wasn't
dance.
dancing really that well.
You know,
I was his partner.
I have a
Henry's
theory.
in
That's
that
the only
band
thing
too.
I'm trying to throw a theory out.
You know
I
how
like Danny's better. They
Yeah.
does something crazy.
He does
Right.
something crazy.
Or you know how
With chili.
Hugh Grant picked up that hooker in Hollywood.
Oh my God!
Divine Brown.
Right.
Divine Brown.
Sometimes
That
like
theory.
really like uptight guys like to get a little wild.
My
Yeah, that's my
God.
theory.
Yeah, look
Oh
at
my
FP.
God.
Yeah.
I mean, we were the odd couple.
Oh God!
Wow.
It's just that Gig's a jeans and a t-shirt guy. He's a total,
And
total
ugly.
laid
No.
back.
Oh!
Gig's
Kidding, Gig,
incognito.
kidding,
He
Gig.
can say that because
No.
he's ugly.
Right, I can
See,
say it
yeah.
because I'm like, my
He's
face looks like a
incognito gay.
thumbprint.
What?
You've got to talk to Gig for a little while before you know he's gay. He's not one of those guys that walks into a room and you go, "Woo,
Oh,
flaming Mo!" Like
I
me.
don't know. That
Well,
list spread at the
When he's
beginning.
wearing the crown and the boa, it's a
Yeah.
dead giveaway. But normally he looks like a regular guy.
To make Gig feel a little better since he's getting bashed about looks and stuff.
Yeah.
He's not getting bashed. And by
But-
the way, he's so super sensitive that it
Right.
could be an issue as far as like we might have to actually see if he wants to stay in the position he's in, which is on all fours. And because he's like, you guys call me creepy. I said, dude.
But we're not gay bashing.
Well,
we're
no,
gig bashing.
I know. We're geek bashing. I said, so what if we call you creepy? Do you know what I get called on this show? I mean, I said, if you're going to really be that sensitive about the show, then you shouldn't be our intern.
Right.
Because that's just the way. I mean, that poor.
Should we invite Gig in then to
Oh,
be part
God,
of the
no.
conversation?
Let's rough him up some more.
Okay.
Yes.
Just on a side note, Mai from ABC came up to me last night, and we've only met in the studio before. And so she comes up and goes, "I've never seen you not in shorts," which is true because I wear shorts every day to work. But then she comes up and meets my wife and says, "Oh my God, I didn't think it was true. You really are hot." Meaning that when she met me, thought there was no way in hell that I actually had a hot wife.
That should make Gig feel better.
You're the straight Gig.
Right, exactly.
Oh, don't you hate that? Damn it to hell. Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, I got a couple times last night. Wow, your ass is not as big as I thought it would be.
Oh, that's
yeah,
nice.
like really not. Yeah, and you speak English well, as opposed to just Spanish. And
Nobody ever says that to me.
You don't look pregnant at all.
No.
yeah, oh yeah, got that too.
All right, so Odd Couples, we saw it firsthand last night with our very own Gig, and
Gig
then
and a suit and tie guy.
yeah, I was really proud of him because I've done that.
Yeah.
I've ventured over into that heavy starch area.
So you like my theory?
They does something crazy in bed.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's my wife's theory on Angelina Jolie. That's how she gets all these
Well,
guys
here's
to leave their wives.
What I would say, FP and I were total opposites. And I think what it is that people like Gig and myself, we can bring those starch type people into a land of not necessarily sexual fun, but, lighten up world.
Yeah.
Simple life.
Yeah. Oh, okay. No.
Escape the uptight life.
Oh,
No.
well, yeah, well, you
How
don't.
about the one night stand life?
Well, that was 6 years.
I guess. No. No, Gig.
That's a lot of one night stands.
Gig, you maniac.
No, I know, but still, we were talking about both of us together.
Right.
I don't know how long he was with him, but what I'm saying is
6
that
hours.
I think that you could, the opposites attract too, because there's an attraction. I wanted to pretend Beverly Hills for a couple of years, and that was fun. And he wanted to pretend like he was white trash for a couple of years. So I think that's how it works out.
Cool.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like just trading spaces, but different.
Trading faces.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, I
Wait.
got one up. I'm
All
like,
right.
oh,
Way off mic on that because I wasn't quite sure what the rules are.
All right, Jack, are you ready for first calls of the day?
Don't want your summer to be lame and icky. Pick up the phone and call.
Super sticky.
I don't want my summer to be lame and icky.
The first call of the day with Jamie and Danny.
Beverly Hills, that's where I wanna be.
Don't you want a nice tan?
I need some hot love, baby, tonight. Surf City, here we go. Ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama. Wasting away again in Margaritaville.
Maybe a little music will cheer you up.
So don't stop, get it, until you chat ahead and watch the way I navigate.
Hey, I heard about that on the radio.
Hey,
That was fun.
good morning, everybody. It's 4th of July,
Boogity,
weekend
boogity.
extravaganza. Yay, oh my God, it's crazy. All right, here is Emily. Hi, Emily.
Hi, Emily.
Hi, how are you guys?
We're good, thank you.
We are lovely.
You rule.
We rule.
Okay, Jamie, this is for you.
Okie dokie.
I'm 42 years old, and I'm dating a 26-year-old. I've been dating him for 3 years. And it's a matter of how you get along.
Does he have a car?
Yes, he does. He's got a really nice car.
Do you have children?
Do I have children?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
How old is your oldest?
24.
Oh.
Creepy.
Creepy is right.
Creepy,
You're
Do
old.
they ever wrestle?
24, and he.
No, my 24-year-old lives in Montana near his dad, so they've never actually met, but my 22-year-old daughter has met him.
And you met him when he was 23?
Yeah, and I was 39. I just turned 40, and he turned 24 a month and a half later.
Wow.
I have
We've been
questions.
together yeah, go ahead.
You have a 22-year-old daughter and a 26-year-old boyfriend?
Yeah. And the thing
mind
is
wanders,
wait a minute, Danny. When I go out and I'm in public with my 22-year-old daughter, people think we're sisters.
Okay, that's not real. We just
I
say
know.
that.
Right.
I seriously have people.
Unless she has a weight problem, that usually doesn't happen.
No,
It happens all the time. We just don't mean it.
No, with
I
the
know,
judge,
I
there
know.
really was a
Right.
disparaging
Oh, she
difference.
was hot.
Well,
Right.
because what I'm saying is, unless your daughter's really fat, I
The
don't.
mom
yeah.
judge was hot.
She's not. I'm just not. I don't look like I've had kids, and I don't look my age. My mother's the same way. My mother's 77.
How old's her boyfriend? 30?
No, she doesn't have a boyfriend. My mom and dad were married for 51 years, and he passed away 5 years ago, and she's never.
Yeah, well, my mom and dad were married for 42 years, and look at my dad.
Yeah, he's a whore.
But what I'm saying is that if the guy I'm dating was a typical 20-something, I would not be with him. It would have been one date, and I was like, okay, that was fun. Emily, get your head together. But he's not your typical 20-something. So
Do you make more money than him?
no, he makes more money than I do.
My guess is her head's together.
Huh?
My guess is her head is together.
No, I'm just trying to figure out the 20.
No, he makes
okay.
over $70,000 a year, and I make about $50 a year.
All right, well, so it's not a money thing. I'm just
No.
trying to figure out what a 26-year-old's attraction is to.
He's what his dad told me. His dad's like 10 years older than I am. And when I first met his father, his dad said, you know, you're getting an old man, don't you? And I said, yeah, I do. And he's been this way his whole life. He's always been a much older person.
What did his mom
Emotionally-
say? I bet
Oh, his
she's
mom
going-
flipped. His
Oh,
mom
she's
thought I
still
was
around?
like 30 when she first met me until she found out how old my
They were
son
the
was.
same age.
She flipped, but she's okay now. She wasn't at first.
And you've been dating this kid 3 years?
Yes.
See, I mean, maybe who
And
are
I
we
bet-
to judge?
Who are
you
we
know?
to judge?
You know, I
Absolutely.
mean, if you guys are
I'm over
happy,
heels in love with him. I'm crazy about him. He's crazy about me.
does he want children?
No, he doesn't.
How come?
I don't know.
He likes having a
That's my
22-year-old
one thing
daughter.
I worry about is that he'll eventually get old enough and go, gee, I do want kids.
Right.
Yeah, well, why I don't understand
And
why
then
he
he'll
doesn't.
break up with you, and then what are you going to do?
Well, I don't understand
Then
why he
I'll
doesn't want kids.
Yeah, well, it has more to do with how his sister is, and
Yeah, there's
Does
issues.
she have a
there's big
special
issues there. We'll
gene?
just put it like that. There's big issues there. His sister is not a healthy person, and so he's worried that if he has kids, they might turn out that way.
You mean, is there a gene problem or is there
A genetic problem?
It's a mental disorder.
Yeah.
Oh, I got one of them. We have nice kids.
I'm thinking that they'd be fine, and if he
Can
had
you
wanted,
still have children?
no, I can't. It would take medical intervention for me to have children
Wow,
now.
at 42, you can't?
No, I had my tubes tied, Danny.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like
No,
went
no,
through
no, no,
menopause
no.
already.
No, I just decided I didn't want any more, and
Yeah, I'm tied up too.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, after a while, you know, it's all good.
I have a theory on this.
Okay.
my
hold
point
on,
is
hold on,
that-
Emily. Hold on.
Stench
Hold
has
on,
a
I
hold
have
on.
a theory that Emily is actually really is smoking hot.
Mm-hmm.
She is probably a 40-something-year-old woman that does look dirty and is smoking hot.
Right?
This guy saw her older woman, like the fantasy woman, the older woman.
All
wow.
right.
Hooked up with her. Oh, no, I don't want to have kids. You know, to be with this hot woman, you'll say whatever you have to say to get in with
So
them.
do
Okay,
you
I have
think
a
that
theory.
Emily is a novelty?
I think he is in love with her, and I think though there will come a time, and this 26-year-old guy is going to be like, "Wow, I would like to have kids,"
Right.
And he's going to
And
go,
I
bye-bye.
have some. They're just my age.
Yeah, when the
I
fantasy's
got a
over.
theory.
They're my stepkids that are my age.
Remember when she said I'm head over heels for him? My guess is she puts her heels over her head a lot, and the 26-year-old never saw anything like it.
Oh, true.
You are so into this sex thing that people are just doing weird things and keeping each other together.
Yep.
It's crazy. Okay, it's 4th of July weekend.
Yay, super yay.
Yes, indeed you do. Hopefully all of you got Monday off. We hope you do. It's going to be quite the extravaganza for everyone, even though it's a sucky-ass Monday. And I think, Jack, we are probably ready for... Jack, I had asked Jack, I don't know how long ago it was.
I think it was June.
Yeah, right.
It was June.
And I had asked him to maybe come up with a list of things to do for 4th of July. And then I totally ignored all his hard work and efforts. And so today I think we should do it all morning long.
So you just want a couple at a time?
Yeah, just a couple at a
Okay,
time.
we'll
but
spread 'em
but
out,
with
yeah.
the intro that you
Yeah,
created.
okay.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Go to your sling closet and dust off the bomb. It's the featurette 4 days in the making. Jack's fantastic 4th of July jamborees on the Jamie and Danny Show.
How come you're only in my right ear?
I don't know. That's weird.
No, you went through my ears. You went back and forth in mine.
He was only in my right ear.
Because he was like a firework. He was flying the other side to explode.
That friggin' missile went right from one ear to the other and hurt.
I have no idea why that happened.
Oh, but that was really all right. So throughout the morning, Jack will be gracing
Doing stuff.
Grace.
Yeah, nice. Gracing us.
Yeah, right. With some dabblings of 4th of July activities.
Right. This is not a fruitless endeavor, by the way.
No, it's not. And by the way, on Monday, make sure don't go ooh, go like this, blue, because it throws everybody off.
Oh, mix it up a little?
Yeah, and like people, because everybody's like, oh, but if you like say like blue, they're like, did you say blue? No, I totally said ooh.
Yeah, people do make the stereotypical fireworks sound. Ooh,
Yeah, so change it up like.
They actually do it.
Yeah, it's true. All right, anyway, sorry, Jack. Almost took it away
problem.
again.
No, it's all good.
All right,
say blue and spa.
All right, so I'll start with Studio City, 4th of July's fireworks festival.
Where? I'm sorry.
Studio City.
I was
we were
talking to
talking-
Dan
I know.
about spa instead of
Don't ruin Jack's featurette,
All right,
damn it.
sorry.
God's sakes. Hey,
God,
settle down.
loud.
You two just shut
Your
up.
You
boyfriend
are
can take care of
so
himself.
loud in my eardrums.
Yeah, you're in both ears.
Ah, you're in stereo. Was that it?
No, you guys are talking. We have to go
Oh,
to break.
all right. Where again?
Studio City, 4th of July fireworks. And what makes this one good is they have a Bruce Springsteen cover band. You can't
Hey,
go wrong with that.
all right.
All right, and that's
yeah.
it's on Radford in Studio City.
And what day?
On the 4th of July.
Okay.
Most of these on the 4th. I'll tell you if they're not.
Okay, Jack.
Thank you, Jack.
And
Bestie.
this is just a big deal for a lot of people. A lot of people go to the Queen Mary for 4th
Yeah.
of July.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, don't plan on this year. They're going to have festivities, but no fireworks. They're in a battle with the city or something. So if you were
Really?
planning on going to the Queen
Wow.
Mary, don't plan
That's
on
a
it.
huge heads up, man.
Yeah.
I would have gone there. I mean, not necessarily
This
this
year.
weekend,
I
but
wouldn't have.
I go there for that. My
A lot of
kids love
people
that
do.
place. Yeah.
A lot of people do, and so it's a big deal this year. No fireworks. So don't go
Wow,
there.
you're kidding.
Nope.
Why are they fighting with the city?
I
Yeah.
have the article. I can find it. It's in the bottom of the stack.
I mean, you
but-
can't just give us crap like that and not
Yeah.
tell us why.
All right, well,
curious
I was
as hell.
running out of time, and I wanted to.
You had 2 months.
Long Beach's biggest tourist attraction, and it's fighting with the city.
She told you about this on May 4th, Jack. I remember.
Yeah.
I know he's been
remember
working
that?
on it since June.
The city demanded that the attraction pay $70,000 for public safety to handle the crowds, and they said we don't have $70,000, so that's what happened.
Well, what if everybody just policed themselves?
Yeah, give 70,000
Well,
people.
what
all
if everybody
pitching a
boycotts Long Beach?
vote. the city?
Yeah.
Just boycott it?
Just don't go there.
Okay,
And if you're there now and you live there, flee.
Get out.
I'm all for it, just because then Snoop Dogg would have to do those tourism commercials.
That's funny.
Yeah, so that's why I'm a little sleepy this
Little
morning.
loopy.
A little loopy, a little crazy, a little wacky. I was just telling Stench and Jack, last night was Thursday, which is the new Friday of the
Millennium, right.
And I haven't gone out on Thursdays in a long time and participated in what y'all participate in. But last night we did the Dancing with the Stars thing. It was really a lot of fun, a lot of great people, except for I got dropped by a guy named Mike. But whatever.
Yeah.
He totally dropped me on my ass. Well, then after that, my boyfriend was in Malibu with his friends. So I had a free car from the company.
Right. Right on.
Yeah.
And I'd had some cocktails, and I wasn't going to drive. And so I borrowed the free limousine service.
Nice.
Yeah. And I had the guy take me down to Duke's and acted like it was scheduled. I totally lied.
Wow. And you know what? I know they used a new company yesterday. You had no idea.
And yeah, it's a brand new company.
Right on.
Yeah, it's a brand new company. You had no idea. So I went down to Duke's in Malibu, met my boyfriend and his friends, and it's really weird because we're talking about different couples and all this stuff, and I was asking my boyfriend's friend, like, is he dating? He's dating a girl or whatever, and I was just giving my boyfriend crap. I'm like, so do you talk to your ex-girlfriends? You know how you do that,
Right, I
like
do it all the time.
poke thing?
Yep.
And he's like, no. He's like, actually, there was this girl, I dated her for a really long time, and I've never heard a guy admit this, and I was so happy to hear it. And then I had to be cool, guy, and think, there's something bigger and better out there for me. So he's like, I pretty much broke her heart. I left the building.
Right.
And he said, and then I just realized, like, I really loved her. And he said, and then I came back, and she said, you broke my heart. You devastated me. Sorry. And he's like, now she's married to somebody else and has kids.
Oh.
It was so sweet. I've
That is
never heard a
sweet.
guy, like, He goes, yep, being cool guy, not worth it.
Yep.
I just never heard a guy admit that he was being a cool guy. You know, like I had to be the cool guy. I had to I'm so great that there's something bigger and better out there for me than you. And
Wow.
yeah. And she's like, bye. I'm marrying somebody else and I'm having kids. See you later. And he's like, he said it taught me a lesson that it doesn't pay to play that role, the cool guy.
Right.
And it's funny because when I was in Havasu, remember that girl that I met that she got married to her husband, they got divorced, got married, divorced, married, like 3 times? Well, her husband was there at Havasu, and I'm like, they're crazy about each other. They absolutely adore each other. They were right there in the water with me, and they totally adored each other. But he was being such a cool guy.
He was?
He was being a total cool guy. And I said, she's like, I would love for it to work. But he always just, flips out and says it can't and all this stuff. And he's like, hey, I want her to date and I want her to be happy. And I said, before we started talking about all this crap, I watched you look at her and you're in love with her. But you have to be the cool guy. Like, it's so worth it to be cool guy or not tell her how you really feel. Not break down and go, hey, you know what? I really love you. And whatever it takes, we'll make it, blah, blah. But so many of you guys, why do you have to be a cool guy?
I don't know.
God.
I don't.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I know exactly what you mean.
Is it really worth the risk to, devastate relationships because you're cool guy?
Women create cool guy.
Oh, you know what? Blah.
Here's what happened. Every cool guy was once, God, I love her. That's my woman guy. She's the sparkle in my eye. I love her. She's everything. And then she just rips your heart out and stomps on it because
that is not how it went.
You were too emotionally available. No, maybe not this woman, but another woman. At some point, it's happened, and now you're cool guy. Not going to happen to me again.
That's not true because the guy last night at Malibu, at Duke's, he was like, I had to be the cool guy thinking I was all that. And so I had to go out there and show myself that there's bigger and better boobies out there. And then he's like, then I realized I totally loved her, but it was too late because I was cool guy.
Okay, 2 possibilities there. One, he's making it up because it works. That he just says that because chicks dig it.
No, because my boyfriend knows him and he knows the story.
Or 2, that's completely true and Mike has some validity to what he said. Oh, I'm sorry, Stench.
I'm like, who?
Yeah.
What?
Stench. But on the other hand...
But have you ever walked away just because you want... from something that you wanted, whatever it is, because you wanted to be cool guy? Have you ever walked away from whatever just because you had to be the cool guy?
I think so, but after having had my heart ripped out by another person.
Well, that one makes sense.
You know what I mean?
But that's just that. That's not cool guy. That's more like I am the rigid wall.
Defense mechanism at that point. Because once you get ruined once, you're like, no one's going to do that to me again. I'm going to do that to people.
I guess I think what cool guy is the guy that won't show you his emotions.
Yeah.
Because it's not worth it.
I'm in another way the opposite. And not because I'm not cool guy, because I'm pathetic. That I'm terrified of being alone and can't believe any girl likes me. And since I've been a little kid, since I was 15, I've lived with a girl. And if they get sick of me or want to break up with me, I beg on bended knee, please don't leave me. You're the only woman I love in love.
Guy.
I'm anti-cool guy. Please don't leave me. I love you. The only one my life will never. And I mean it when I say it. I think my life is over when the girl leaves.
And isn't it funny? Then you just fall in love with somebody else.
Yep, that day.
Here's Frankie. Hi, Frankie.
Hi. I just want to know. We were talking. You guys were talking about like cool guys and things.
Oh, but you have to do this, Frankie. Cool guy.
Well, I was dating somebody, and he was like in love with me and everything else. And then we stopped dating because I had some family issues and some emotional problems, and he was very clingy and very needy and things like that. So I asked for a little bit of space. Well, then I kind of got my head back together. I had a death in the family and some other stuff, and it was just too much for me to deal with. And then I got my head back together, and I've tried to talk to him, and I've tried to say, look, I made a mistake, and I'd like to see you again and everything.
And that's Stench's guy then. Then what you're dealing with is Stench's guy, huh?
Yeah, now he's cool guy. Yeah, and I know he still cares for me.
You forgot that cool guy.
Cool guy. And now he won't admit it. So do they ever go back? I mean, is there a way to change?
Well, this is you know what I mean. That's a question for Stench because he named exactly who you're dating.
He's scarred for life. And he's going to continue to do this to other women, too, because you broke his heart.
You're like a virus.
Once we get clingy to you, either we're Danny, which is clingy guy in general,
Super clingy.
or we're so over the top in love with you that we're clingy because we absolutely love you to death.
That's me.
And then when you break our heart, we then become cool guy to all women everywhere.
So
Forever.
you pushed him out of your life, Frankie, huh?
Yeah.
You what?
You pushed him out of your life.
I did.
For a while.
Yeah.
I did. Because
So he's
I
never going to change?
But it's not just her; it's the next girl too.
And now he's gonna crush.
Cool guy to every girl he meets.
Yeah.
now.
So
She's spreading like a virus.
I guess what I'm asking for her is there anything she can do to take the out of him?
No,
Can we
because in the
get
back
it
of his
back?
mind, if he ever lets the walls down and he ever brings you back and he ever loves you again like he loved you before, you'll do it to him again, and then he is an idiot.
So there's nothing she can do. Is that what you guys are saying? There's
And that's
nothing.
another thing. He told me I'm not the first woman to do that to him.
Unless
So-
there's an exception to the rule, we always get the one exception.
Yeah.
But aside from that, in general, no, there's nothing she can do.
In general.
She's created a monster, and he's out there now.
And he'll try, because he does probably still love you a lot, and he'll try, and he'll say he's going to try, and he'll try, but in the back of his mind, and then he'll make himself crazy, just obsessing about it, to where eventually the relationship won't work.
Great. Now you've made him gay.
No, not any relationship, their relationship.
Oh, sorry. All right. So what I've learned thus far is there's all kinds of different cool guys. There's the cool guy that gets hurt emotionally or whatever, so he puts up that wall because he's cool guy.
Right.
And then there's the cool guy who thinks there's something better out there, so he pretty much goes out there to see because he's so super cool. Hey, and finally there's the cool guy who knows he loves in Havasu, knows he loves that chick, loves her to death, but he's too super cool to let her know. Like, that's that cool guy.
Do you have any interest in talking about cool girl, though? Because they exist.
I'm so cool.
Well, they're
We need not talk about it. I am her.
Cool girl.